Welcome to this edition of Click and Pledge Beat podcast.
And hello again. We're here for another deep dive, going behind each and every product to cover the latest features and strategies for our platform at Click and Pledge.
Right. And our mission, as always, is to help you, the nonprofit, be more efficient, more productive.
And to really be able to use the latest technology to make a difference that, actually makes a difference.
And this dive will hopefully give you some new ideas for how to best use the platform.
Today, we're focusing on one of our most powerful mobile tools. The goal is to show you how to turn that next in-person fundraiser from just a transaction into a real, lasting connection with your donors.
Okay, let's unpack this. The focus today is all on Swiper1.
Yep.
This tool is really designed for those mobile opportunities, isn't it? Helping nonprofits take payments anywhere, meeting that donor right where they are.
Exactly. At a gala, a small community booth, even, door to door.
Yeah.
It's all about that flexibility.
So how does someone get started? What's the first step?
It's a pretty simple process, which is what we were aiming for. First, we suggest you just download the Swiper1 app. It's available for both Android and iOS.
Okay.
Then you securely enter your Click and Pledge account info, and that's it. You're instantly operational, ready to go without any complex hardware or long training sessions.
So once the app is installed, let's talk about that moment of truth, the transaction itself.
Right.
Donors, especially in a busy place, they expect speed, they expect simplicity. How does Swiper1 deliver on that?
Well, it's really a multi-layered approach. The most efficient method centers on the physical Swiper1 device.
That's the little wave square.
That's the one. It's a small device that just seamlessly connects to your phone or tablet using Bluetooth. We really suggest using that physical device for, quick, high-volume transactions. Think merchandise lines or a fast checkout.
But what if? What if the hardware isn't charged? Or you've got a volunteer using their own phone and they don't have the swiper?
Yeah. And that happens. That's where the flexibility comes in. If the physical reader isn't there, we suggest you just manually enter the credit card info directly into the app.
So you're never stuck.
You're never stuck.
Yeah.
You never miss a donation just because of a hardware gap. The app itself is the main point of sale. The physical device is just a high-speed accessory.
That makes a lot of sense. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, connectivity. You're at a big event, spotty Wi-Fi, hundreds of phones, all competing for signal. A reliable Bluetooth connection can feel like a myth sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. It's a critical challenge, and we addressed it head-on.
How so?
Well, we suggest using the Device Manager feature. It's right in the main menu. So instead of having your volunteers fumble around in their phone's general settings...
Which can be a nightmare.
Right. The Device Manager lets them tap directly on the Swiper1 Bluetooth connection right inside our app to manage it, to verify it, to resync it if they need to. It cuts out all those extra steps.
And what about, basic maintenance or if someone gets stuck? Is there a help guide built in?
Yep. The settings section is your friend there. It's got the app version, which is key for support, and quick options to log out or, importantly, to access the tutorials right there in the field. It's a little self-service hub.
Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting for the strategy folks. The data.
Yes.
How does all this information, the sales, the donations, the names, how does that flow back to the main office? We need real-time data to know how an event is going while it's going.
The speed of that integration is really what separates this. All the transaction details, the reports, they are instantly available in your Click and Pledge Connect account in real time.
Wow.
We also suggest that each user, say a volunteer, can access their own report on their device. Then they can just email it as a CSV file to the organization.
So you can see right away if one donation station is outperforming another, or if a certain T-shirt size is selling out.
Exactly. You can make operational decisions on the fly.
Okay, let's move beyond just, simple card processing. I saw that Swiper1 lets you create a full mobile store.
It does.
What does that actually mean for a nonprofit that's, say, hosting a picnic or selling concessions?
It totally transforms a standard donation booth into a seamless retail spot. We suggest setting up the mobile store for any kind of event for a quick checkout.
So you preload all your items?
You preload everything. Your products can have default values for tax, descriptions, pricing. It removes all the desk work for the volunteer.
And patrons can add multiple things to their cart.
Unlimited items to a single basket. It keeps the line from backing up.
That is crucial. And I also noticed features for adding tips or even setting up recurring donations. That seems like a huge opportunity.
It's a key feature for maximizing generosity in that moment. Patrons can easily include Additional payments, like a tip or an extra donation right in their basket.
And the recurring option, how does that work?
For recurring, which we always encourage for building that sustainable revenue, you just set the button to the on-end position. And that gives you access to two distinct types of recurring payment methods.
Wait, pause there. Two distinct types. For listeners focused on sustainability, that's a big deal. Can you break those down?
I can. It's an excellent question because the choice really defines your revenue. First, you have fixed recurrence. That's where a donor commits to, say, $50 a month for a set term, like 1 year.
Predictable.
Very predictable, time-bound revenue. But the second method, which we really suggest you lean into, is evergreen recurring.
Okay.
And that's where the donor commits to that monthly amount until they decide to cancel it themselves. It's indefinite. That is the key to building a long-term foundational revenue base.
And you can offer both right there on the spot.
Both options right at the point of transaction.
That's fantastic. Okay, then there's kiosk mode. That sounds like true self-service.
It is. It's designed for independence. You can turn a tablet into a standalone station.
So a donor can just walk up and do it all themselves.
They can complete catalog transactions entirely on their own. It's like a self-checkout line for your fundraiser. And crucially for big events, it also handles self-check-in.
And you can still capture the data you need.
Oh, yeah. We suggest using the optional fields. You can require digital signatures, ask custom questions like dietary needs, and have them accept terms and conditions before they finish.
This all sounds incredibly versatile, but now we have to connect it to the bigger picture, the CRM.
Mm-hmm.
We all know data entry after an event can just kill staff time. So how does Swiper1 talk to something like Salesforce?
This integration is the single biggest time saver. Event management gets so much easier because Swiper1 is fully integrated with the Salesforce CRM.
What does that mean in practice?
It means real-time Salesforce events, attendee registration right on the spot. It tracks check-in and check-out times automatically. No more updating spreadsheets late at night.
Okay, let's get practical. You have 500 people showing up in a 30-minute window. Does this really keep up? How fast is that data reflected in Salesforce?
The speed is paramount. When an attendee checks in with Swiper1, the update to their Salesforce contact record is virtually instantaneous.
Wow.
We suggest using the tools for, really efficient door management. People can register at the door, pre-authorize a card for the whole night.
So they don't have to pull their card out again.
Exactly. And then they can be checked in and out with a quick QR code scan or just a name lookup.
So the development team back at the office isn't just seeing a head count. They know who is in the room right now.
Precisely. The contact record is updated with their attendance history immediately. Your data is clean the moment the event ends. No double entry.
I saw mention of a shout-out feature, too. What's that about?
Shout-outs are for that immediate donor stewardship. They are automated emails or text messages, thank you notes, confirmations that are created and sent from Swiper1.
So the thank you goes out while the donation is still fresh in their mind.
That's the idea. You use templates from your library to streamline it. It makes the follow-up personal and incredibly timely.
Okay, finally, let's talk about risk. For a tool that's always on the move, maybe at a location with no cell service, reliability is everything. What is the backup and restore function?
Yeah, that's an essential question. What happens when you have zero connectivity? The backup and restore option in Swiper1 is, it's more than just a simple backup.
How is it different?
We designed it for operational continuity no matter what your signal strength is. If you're taking donations in an area with no service, Swiper1 stores all that transaction data locally on the device securely.
Oh, it just holds onto it.
It holds onto it, it waits patiently. And once the device reconnects to a stable network, the feature guarantees a seamless and non-duplicative sync of all those pending transactions into your Connect account and into Salesforce.
So you never lose a single transaction.
You never lose data.
Yeah.
And you never lose revenue. That was the whole point.
We've covered a ton in this deep dive, from basic payments, manual entry versus the swiper, all the way to a full mobile store, 2 types of recurring gifts, and that seamless Salesforce integration.
Right.
Swiper1 really does make it possible to accept donations and manage your data anywhere without that fear of losing a connection.
And what's really fascinating here is how the combination of the mobile store, kiosk mode, and that specialized backup and restore feature gives you complete operational continuity. It allows your organization to capture every single donation and every piece of data reliably, no matter how complex or remote your event is. You can just focus on the donor, knowing the tech has your back.
For more information about this and all Click and Pledge products, make sure to visit clickandpledge.com and request for a one-on-one training or demo. Whether you are a client or curious about our platform, just ask us and we will gladly get together with you to chat.